All right, what's going on? Host of Life is Miguel, host of Life on Circle Radio, and we jumping right in this thing because we had some technical difficulties, and I don't feel like going back through all that stuff again. What's up?
What up? What up? Are we live on Facebook with this new link, or is it the same link? How's this work? The same, same
It's
link.
just no, it's not Zoom. It's a new live broadcast, and if they're on Facebook, they see it. Because there's other stuff I won't be deleting out. All right, anyway, so that's just behind the scenes stuff y'all need to be worried about. What's going on?
There you go.
So interesting week as I guess it was probably Wednesday or Thursday this week with stuff hit the fan with Sean Diddy Combs and the whole situation with that there. And so let's jump into it, Miss Super Producer.
I got it. I got the court. Just want to post this for everybody to find us because
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, yeah,
Diddy
yeah.
and hashtag
So as
Cassie.
she's doing that, as we mentioned, Cassie was Diddy's girlfriend. They say she was together. I don't know. Did you say they were together 13 years or something crazy with my
It
production
was on
meeting?
and off for 13 years.
Yeah. So he was on in this relationship with Cassie, who I guess she was an artist slash girlfriend for a while, similar to what he has going on now with Young Miami, I think her name is. And
Yes.
so the story came out, and supposedly he was pretty controlling, and he supposedly what's the eyes? What was that?
I heard something on your end. I heard somebody scream.
My mics are getting all right. Shouldn't be picking all that up. So anyway, so there was a situation with Diddy and Cassie, and so everybody says it's the statute of limitations must have ran out because she makes this instead of filing charges against Diddy, she filed a civil suit against Diddy. And within a day of filing the civil suit against Diddy, then all of a sudden they both come out with social media message that says, "Okay, we're settling this amicably," and everybody.
Amicably, my butt. But would you like for me to read some of her accusations? And
Go
I'll give more
ahead,
of the story. I'm here with my Connie Chung
go
scarf
ahead.
on today, not the Connie Chung wig. So there were some serious allegations that Cassie, also her real name is Cassandra Ventura, made
Hmm.
against Sean Diddy Combs.
Yep.
That he raped Miss Ventura. Can I say that on YouTube? I probably can't. R-worded Miss Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave him. Often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on Mrs. Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. Now, to this one thing, a long time ago when Instagram first dropped,
Hmm.
Cassie had a photo out there where her face was completely beat up, busted lip,
Okay.
black eyes, the whole thing.
Okay.
She wrote in her caption, had way too much fun in Dubai. The story was that she was riding on an ATV in Dubai and got
Okay.
flipped over the handlebars, and that's why her face got messed up. Come to
Okay.
find out, that's not what actually happened. He attacked her in Dubai,
How do
and
you
that is the
know
story
that?
they put out to everybody.
How
Oh,
do you
because
know that?
it's in the court documents.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, you thought it was some social media drama? No. It's in the court documents. That's what happened to her face.
He beat
This
her
is
up in
30
Dubai.
pages long.
Well, go ahead and
Yeah.
give us go ahead and give us a couple highlights. Go ahead.
Blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. This was Kid Cudi, the rapper, who then
Kid
got
Cudi
on
the rapper. Yeah.
Instagram to confirm. Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. Forced Miss Ventura to engage in sexual acts with male sex workers while I don't want to say some of this, but while pleasuring himself and filming the encounters, ran out of his
Hmm.
apartment with a fire in pursuit of rival industry executive whom he learned was nearby, demanded that Miss Ventura to carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, which is the
Hmm.
same thing he did with J-Lo. If you remember when they both got in trouble when the Sean shooting happened, J-Lo all of a sudden got caught with a weapon in her bag.
With the
And
Sean
everybody's like,
shooting.
Shine,
Shine.
the
Oh,
rapper.
right. Yeah, yeah. Who's now a politician from wherever country he's from. Yeah, got you.
Belize.
Belize, yes.
Belizean.
Belize,
Yes.
yes. Yes.
So when he was with J Lo, she got caught with a gun, and everybody's like, "Why does she have a gun? Where does this gun come from?" So that's
Hmm.
probably maybe what happened. And last, introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol, substance abuse, and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. And it goes on from here. We're talking 30 page document
Okay.
that documents every single experience that she's ever had. So what I want to discuss is the fact that a lot of people, and I think Cassie is very brave. I think she's honest. I think she's real. But a lot of people are calling her a gold digger and saying that this is just a money grab for her. Miguel, you're a man. What do you think?
You know how I am about these type of scenarios. I only know normally in these scenarios, the person who has all the money doesn't say much. right? They write what they talk with their checks. The lawyers tell them don't respond. They write a check and they move on. We go back to Michael Jackson and the stuff that happened with him, right? Never really talked about it. Wrote a check, moved on. I don't know. If this is what she said, if this is what she said happened, and then other people are coming out and corroborating. Here's what I know.
Corroborating the story.
I fully believe that Diddy is interesting, that he's touched. I think he's very definitely narcissistic. Well, it's people who have that level of success, right? When we get to meet them, as much as we get to know them in public, a lot of times, Diddy, Kanye West, what's the dude, the scissor hands dude? I forget his name.
His name is Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. It's just scissor
hands.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm never been a big Johnny Depp.
That was a movie from '92.
So here's the thing. The only thing I remember about Johnny Depp was 21 Jump Street. I'd never been looking at his films. No, nothing.
You never watched Pirates of the Caribbean?
No.
Oh wow.
No.
Okay.
No. So anyway, so we've heard a lot of stories about, going back, even some of the stuff we know from the reality shows. What was the group making the band? It had people walk all across bridges to go get cheesecakes and all this type of stuff. There's been accusations for years he has something to do with Biggie and or Tupac's murder. All of this stuff is good fodder, but we just don't know. But here's what we know. He wrote that check real quick. And by
the way, really quick, that is the quickest settlement I have ever seen in the history of settlements. Am I wrong? Even Harvey Weinstein didn't settle this quick. Yeah. Roger Ailes didn't settle this quick. This
here's the thing with Diddy. Diddy is probably back at one of his most popular, not only popularity because he's 50 plus years old, so he's not, he got a new album just dropped. He's, Revolt is relatively successful. The liquor brands, all the other stuff that he's doing from a business perspective, there was talks about him being a billionaire in assets and all of that. He's very visible, and he makes himself very visible. So, Harvey Weinstein, most people couldn't pick Harvey Weinstein out of a lineup. They could care less about who Harvey Weinstein is. So when you think about it from that perspective, if it's just about money and money will make it go away, then that to me is a reason why Diddy paid it fast. But that's not...
He's not beating this. He's not beating this.
What is there to beat?
I don't think, hold on, these lights are too high.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. By beat this, I mean these allegations and the court documents being out, and then the age of social media where everybody can access these court docs and read them, and they've heard these things, and people are starting to now become conspiracy theorists, detectives. Well, Kim Porter this and I'll be sure that.
Mm-hmm.
People, and they're hearing some of the corroborations coming from people that appear in Cassie's documentation, court documents. It's really looking like he could be this awful person that nobody should deal with. You think if Diddy came out with something right now, people would jump and clamor to get it like they used to before these allegations?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
you are a psycho. Huh? And I've never said that to you before. You are a psycho.
I hear you, but when it's all said and done, this will go away within the next 90 days to 6 months max, right?
No,
it will.
No,
it will. But here's the other thing: Diddy does not have to be the Diddy of 30 years ago to still be highly successful.
No,
so he can drop back. Think about it. Outside of him doing this little. Whatever he does on social media, he dropped his album a few months back that was pretty cool, but it's not like people were clamoring for this album, and it's a really solid album. I listened to it. He's got everybody on it. He's probably got 20 or 25 cameos on the album. So he's 50 plus years old. He's not supposed to be, the pop artist that he used to be. But when you say he's not going to get away with this, is he going to go to jail?
Well, wait. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying not get away with it because, again, he's not charged criminally. He's never been charged criminally for anything.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is that Diddy does need some public support to fund the businesses that he have. But you're right. He doesn't need as much as he used to. Like, some of them just run on their own. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess the damage to your reputation is a long one. It's almost like the Barry Bonds asterisk at the end of your career. Like, PDD Combs, great producer, blah, blah, blah. Do you really want that kind of legacy? Do you really, it's just, I don't know. I know he won't be hurt maybe financially. And I guess at 50, you're right, at socially, will he really be affected? No. Does he care? No. Is it going to stop Young Miami or other B words from having sex with him? Probably not. I mean, the mother of his recent child, Love, which I have a whole theory about that. Recent child Love has come out and said, I was abused too. And, I was abused. And then he decided not to be with me after everything I went through.
Here's the thing. If it comes out in this day of filming everything, social media everywhere, the ability, this isn't like the Bill Cosby situation where that woman is not going to be able to pull up some video from 1973 to say this is proof that he did X, Y, and Z. It's not going to pop up. With Diddy, now mind you, I'm pretty sure almost everybody in that building downtown, if Diddy walks in there, they probably have to all put their phone in some little bag and put it in their desk if he comes around, and nobody can film anything. But if he did this, he'll pay. If he did this in this day and age, he will pay. And I don't mean money. I mean that if there is some truth to his recent child's mother that he was an abusive person, then she should have proof, and then he'll be incarcerated.
And that's really quick. The next thing to bring up in this situation, and like the Harvey Weinsteins and the R. Kellys, is this whole NDA situation. Now, there's some confusion about what NDAs actually do. NDAs do not protect you from being, from protecting someone who's doing something criminally. But inside of the NDA, there's all this wording that people don't pay attention to, where you can talk about me doing something that you don't like, but that could harm you in the future with, I could sue you for defamation, or I could do this, I could do that if it's not true, or I could keep you from getting another job. And I think that's a fear of reprisals from people like the R. Kellys, the Harvey Weinsteins, the Mr. Lukes, who sexually abused Kesha years ago, who came out and actually took Diddy out of her song. That's what these men and these people in high power use, are these, sure, you could talk, sure, you can go to the police, but I will make sure you never have a career after that. Again, a lot of these assistants, and you can agree to this too, right? A lot of these assistants who don't come out and say anything, it's not because they're hiding real criminal acts, because they could come out, and then after the case is over, after they put the person in jail, what are they supposed to work at? What are they supposed to do with their lives?
Not only work. Let's just keep it real. There's talk about things that Diddy has done in respect to violence or having other people who work for him. There's probably a fear for people who work for Diddy, right?
Absolutely.
There could be a fear for your life. So, so in Cassie's case, Casey, how to pronounce it? It's Cassie, right?
It is Cassie.
Cassie. In Cassie's case, she said, okay, I'll write this check and I'm going to go on with my life, and undisclosed amount. He gave her probably a nice little chunk of change. And
we're talking 9 figures.
Okay. And 9 figures, and now she can go on with her career. Go on with her life. She might go find a man like Eve and go marry a billionaire over in Europe somewhere and just bounce.
She's already married. She's already married.
Shows you how much I'm paying attention to. Yeah.
Okay, so for Miguel to know,
yeah,
Cassie took a long time to leave Diddy. Like we read in the court documents, she tried to leave him multiple times. It wasn't until the personal trainer that was apparently coming in and out of the house that worked for Diddy, his name was Alex Fine, kind of saw what was going on and worked with her to get her free. And then not to protect her, he fell in love with her, and they got married a year later after she married Diddy. They got married a year later. They have 2 children together. Alex is very publicly critical of Diddy, has said, like, he can go to hell, basically. He's been very critical of him. Alex Fine.
I've heard that name before. Keep going.
So he is one of those people where I guess Diddy could never really control and never really could get him to do, fall in line like everybody else who was subordinate was under him. And, he seems like he probably knows a whole bunch, but he's probably taking the lead of his wife saying, if you don't want me to talk about this and you want to do it in your own time, in your own way, you can do it in your own time and your own way. And that's what husbands should do.
Yeah, I don't really know. Cassie's husband, like Alex Fine, has had her back, and as she files lawsuit against ex Diddy, source exclusive. Okay, so yeah, so it's and kudos to him for stepping up for his wife and supporting her in this situation. And I'm hoping when it's all said and done, I hope she finds peace and this is what she wants,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
this will make her, because if she like she has a whole family and a whole lot of other stuff going on, she don't need to be dealing with this nonsense going forward. But I don't know, man. I just look at this stuff and I say, if it's all said and done, if the check was not enough and there's other people that's going to come out, Diddy will pay, and not just writing checks. You know what I mean? If it becomes, a situation, and he's not an 80-year-old Bill Cosby. He's someone who's still young, still vibrant. He's still in the public eye, he's still building, he's still using his brand. Then yeah, it will hurt him long term if it turns out to be that these allegations are true. So, all right, so let's move on. You got anything else on him before we wrap and move on?
The last thing I wanted to come out with is that people leaving Revolt. There are now people who are maybe, and this is, I think, is kind of P-wordish, but they're not leaving Revolt, but they're writing like open letters. Like, we don't agree with Diddy, but we want to be a voice for blah, blah, blinkety blink. And then there's other people who are just straight up saying, as long as he heads this company, I will not work here. So again,
what's the name of one of the people who said they're going to leave? Let's see if we can pull that
Hold on
out.
1 second. Let me pull it up. I just had it, but I had to move. Let me go back one more time, see if it comes up.
So there are people, for people who don't know, Revolt is is the network that he's on. He's on that network for about 10 years. And so, for 10 years. And thank you to Black Men Unfiltered for subscribing. We appreciate you. Make sure you share it in your communities. We appreciate you, my brother. So,
Dawn Montgomery, who ran the Monuments to Me podcast, and she's run that podcast for 3 seasons or 2 seasons. This was going to the 3rd season, and she said, "No, I will not do this anymore with you." So I don't feel like she's going to be the last.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, I don't know anything about Dawn Montgomery. If she is on the podcast, she's not necessarily an employee of Revolt. She's someone, because I was very familiar with what they were doing in that process. I got someone who's been on this network on our show who actually has why are your face frowning? What's going on? Okay. So people, and so I know that what they're doing is, with a lot of the Revolt podcasts, they're doing the same thing they did in the record business. You come to us with a complete product that we want to get behind. We'll give you some money. You can be on our network. And of course, the larger the network grows, the more money that they make, and they give you whatever they give you. So that person is not necessarily an employee of Revolt. Is she moving on? Okay, cool. She's moving on. But Revolt's offices and studios are right down here in downtown Atlanta. And so we'll see. And what?
I know you hate me making faces, but I make a face for a reason. Let's say they want to put Life Full Circle Radio on Revolt TV and offer you and I flat salaries of $200,000 a piece a year just to be on Revolt TV. Would you take it at this point?
Because of who runs the day-to-day? Yeah. Because I know who runs the day-to-day.
Oh, you're talking about the Tavio. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I would.
Well,
and you better not replace me neither.
We have to do a different show. So yeah, I don't know. I don't take stuff like this and just all of a sudden just say, I believe exactly what she said. And that's it.
I know.
I'm just, and for people who or black men don't want to protect black women and blah, 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 blah. Yo, we don't know.
I don't think this is that.
But well, you are probably in the minority in the internet world. This is and that's the thing that always makes me hesitate in these scenarios. We'll never know Diddy's position. We won't. We'll never know how much money the check that he wrote. We won't.
And we won't know even though the real amount of money that Cassie was asking for. None of this stuff has been made public. Everybody's just guessing.
If anybody else has history with Puffy, and they saw how quickly he wrote a check to Cassie, how quickly they gonna come out to his joint and want to get another money grab, if there's an opportunity to do that. And for people to say, how dare you say it's a money grab? Once again, we don't know what happened. We know that there was a settlement, and my thing is, if she wanted to fight for this and fight for women, then hold out and make a public spectacle.
We have to agree to disagree on that,
Okay.
honestly, about the wanting to fight in the public spectacle. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, that became a real spectacle that it did
Mm-hmm.
not need to be. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
think either side really either side really wanted that. But I do agree with you that, protect Black women, stupid slogan. I mean, as a Black woman,
Mm-hmm.
protect Black women is a dumbass slogan. Just
Mm-hmm.
like believe all women is a dumbass slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the red pill movement for men is a dumbass movement.
I
It
still
can't
don't know
just
what that
be.
is. You told
We've
me about it
gone through
before.
this
I
multiple
know,
times.
because it's so dumb. It's so stuff like that. It does not stick in my brain. I keep it moving. Doesn't make sense. But go ahead, say it. Go ahead for people who don't know the red pill movement. Go ahead, say it again.
Oh, the red pill movement is basically a whole movement of men that basically says they're above women and they have more value and women should basically be happy to be with them and they need to learn their power. That's dumb too. Just
Yeah.
like defund the police was a dumbass movement.
All right, let's move on because you about to go. You about to.
But no, let me just finish. But I know you agree with me. These absolutes
You better
never
believe
work.
that. I am never about the absolutes. Never about the absolutes because there's absolutely nothing that is absolute.
No.
I need to put that on a T-shirt.
We should. Absolutes are never true. Absolutes never work. They never help. They just end up being slogans.
That's it. That's
So,
it. All right, let's move
on.
on. So we got another situation going on, sexual allegations. So
Sorry. You went in too hot with that. You went in way too hot.
I went in way too hot for that. Okay, so for people not following this story, Will Smith's former assistant, whatever dude's name is, he went on
Brother Bilal. His name is Brother Bilal.
Brother Bilal, whatever. He goes out and he says that I guess he was Will Smith's assistant for many years, supposedly friend, and he said that he walked in on Will Smith and Duane Martin having sex. Once again.
But wait, what platform did he say that on?
Tell me,
another key to this.
Tasha K, who once again, all I know, she's the one to keep getting sued, and she owe Cardi B $3 million, and now she wants
$4 million. $4 million.
Yeah. So you come out once again. This social media. This is why I hate social media more than I love it, because it gives too many people access to stir up a bunch of nonsense, whether it be validated or not. But go ahead and set it up. See, now I already set it up, but you go ahead and set it up, whatever else.
You've already set it up, but what the funny thing about all of this, the most hilarious part, is that a month ago, Tasha K got online and said that she felt bad about what she did to Cardi B and was all emotional and really sounded like she had learned her lesson and really had some contrition about what she did. Cardi B started to believe her and say, listen, I can hold out grudges. I don't need to, she's got children and, I believe that. It was this whole thing that Cardi B came out to. Fast forward to when these Will Smith allegations, Cardi B comes out and said she hasn't learned anything. And I almost fell for it. And I'm like, Cardi, yes, you almost fell for it. None of us believed it. So what happened was the guy, Brother Bilal, who was Will Smith's, one of his best friends for a very long time, personal assistant, went on Tasha K's platform, which we know is like sitting in hell with gasoline draws on when you're trying to do it. Nothing ever good comes of it. And he spouts not just that Will Smith and Duane Martin, I walked in them having sex. It's not somewhere I wanted to be. This man says I walked in on Will Smith and Duane Martin having sex and he was killing it. It was a murder in there. Who says that? Who talks like that?
Clowns.
Even if it was him, he used to have sex with a woman. Who talks like that?
Clowns.
Thank you. From the mouth of Lord Miguel, clowns talk like that.
Clowns, and what's wild is that, Will is now more visible now. He took that year plus hiatus after the Oscar slap. Yep. He's got a new podcast out now, Class of '88. I want to check it out. It looks like it's really, really fun having Salt and Pepper and Queen Latifah, and it was I've seen a clip of him and Rick Rubin and things like that. Will Smith is in, and then I'm waiting for this performance. It was a big Grammy performance that was taped that'll air on December the 10th, 50 year hip hop performance. People are clout chasers. I almost cussed. I hate clout chasers, man. And unfortunately,
that really is your kryptonite. Clout chasing is Miguel's kryptonite.
Oh man, I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. Live on your own talent. Live on your own truth. For you to be out here just to be the dude that hung around with Will Smith for 30, 40 years, and you come out there talking about he had supposedly some intimate situation with this garbage. It's garbage. And I look at that thing.
Yeah. He didn't stop there. He went on to say, so he said he walked into Duane Martin and Will Smith on a couch. Then fast forward to the other part of the interview that just dropped, where he said he walked in on Jada Pinkett Smith and Mark Anthony having sex, also on a couch. Like, what couch is this? And it was in their house. Like, everybody just having sex on couches. I'm married. I don't have as much sex on my couch. Do you have sex on your couch? People don't have sex on couches.
Wherever I have is not none of nobody's damn business. So for him to talking about, I just walked in and people having sex everywhere and Will Smith and Jada or this. Man, shut the fuck up, man. I'm just so sick of, excuse me, y'all. I'm just like, these clout chasers, man. It's so pathetic, man. What do you do? What do you do besides live your life working with Will, and then now all of a sudden you're going to come out here 20 years, 30 years later and say, oh, I ran up on him having sex with him. But that story's 20 years old, supposed to him and Duane Martin. And it's even none of our business.
I have fallen out with best friends. I fell out with a dear friend of mine that I loved in Jacksonville. I don't care what this girl did. I don't care if she was having sex parties this side of the Mississippi. I would never come out and tell nobody that. I don't care if she was selling drugs, shooting dope. It doesn't matter. Just because we are not friends anymore, I still had a love and respect for her back then. Even exes to this day, I don't talk bad about them because it's a level of respect. I'm mad at you. I don't want to mess with you no more, but I'm not going to talk bad about you.
Right. That's the thing. There's so many, there's a lot of things people share with me I don't even ask. Like, I don't want to know that about your life. But what they know is that it will never leave me. Right. And so in these scenarios, like you said, there's situations I done seen. I done lived 50 plus years. So I done seen some stuff, and I know some people, and I've done some stuff myself. It's not about sharing this type of stuff. And then you sharing other people's business. When it's all said and done, I look at that thing and I'm just like, man, you are whack. You are whack. That is the type of stuff. If Charlie Mack runs up on you, people who are old school hip hop know exactly who I'm talking about. Charlie Mack. Yeah. If Charlie Mack run up on that boy in the streets and slaps him to the floor, I'm just gonna sit back on social media and be like, let me share this. Because
let me tell you,
I don't have no respect for cats like that. I just don't. In
his defense, the Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett Smith rumor that they were sleeping together, was a common rumor. Everybody knew that, though. I knew that. Was that a secret that they were sleeping together for a short period of time? But given Will and Jada's marriage history now, it's just like, so what? They probably weren't together or broken up or whatever. Who the hell cares? You remember them rumors about Mark? Remember that TV show she had, Hawthorne, where she was like the head of nursing somewhere?
I like that show. That show was pretty good for as short as it lasted. Yes, I like that show. I do not care who celebrities are sleeping with. It just don't, as what you eat don't make me. It's what these people are doing, and Haran, I know, but most people not supposed to know. I try to keep my cussing to myself.
He won't let me cuss, so he can't cuss neither. We only save our cussings for the word ass, damn, hell, and maybe the S word.
Here's the thing. Haran is one of my partners. Haran is one of my people. Haran know me. He know I hate frauds. I know. I hate frauds. I hate soft sucker ass lames. I just can't stand it. I'm telling you, it boils my blood, man. When you gonna get out here and go on a podcast and want to say some nonsense like that, it's whack. It's just to me is the type of stuff. If somebody catch that boy in the alley somewhere, oh well, it is what it is. So
here's another part of this: who should get sued? Who should get sued for defamation? Tasha K. I think Tasha K should also get sued as well. Tasha K or just Brother Bilal. Who's getting sued?
Sue them all, and because Jada Pinkett had already said on TMZ, yeah, we sue.
No, she's on the Breakfast Club that they were and TMZ they were pursuing litigation.
Yeah, of course they are, because at that point when you are rich and you that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But old boy might be living in a restaurant, so we may see a video of him being chased down the street with some of them boys. But I'm telling you, man, and I wouldn't, I don't condone violence, but that's crazy, man.
Yes, you do. He does, y'all. In certain situations, he absolutely condones violence. I'm not even concerned about Brother Bilal. He's just some no-name.
I don't even know who this dude is. Never seen him before in my life with that little whack shirt he had on in that top. You got me. You see, you got me fired up. That joint was tight. Couldn't button the top button. And like you said, this Tasha K chick, I still would. She could walk by me.
But wait. That's my biggest beef. Tasha had built an amazing platform, and in a matter of 2.5 years, she has managed to tank it. She built this platform from the ground up on her own. Unwind with Tasha K, the Winos, her own website, the YouTube show, the Twitter. She built this all for herself and has trashed it. Like, who does that to something they built from the ground up? Especially when Cardi B just said, if you just apologize and take the videos down, I'm not needing to go to court. No, I'm not taking it down. All right, cool. And now we're in court. Now you owe $4 million. Like,
and that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Because when it's all said and done, who knows what kind of revenue that she is generating by having these type of shows, and maybe in her mind is worth. She can make that $4 million up if she can sit up here and get enough streams. Because YouTube, I'm pretty sure, is pretty agnostic.
A kidney or a liver. She better go sell a kidney or a liver or become a surrogate, because there's no way her platform. Because what happened is YouTube, I think, demonetized her, so she's trying to make all of her money on her website, but people have to subscribe to the website to keep building up subscribers. But you can't get advertisers on the website. It's not balancing out the way that it needs to.
No,
it does not.
You know, there's a whole hood. You know, you get into the hood. There's somebody will buy some space, I guess. I don't know, but it's a whole lot harder when you cut that YouTube money off. At that point, you know, it's you got an uphill battle, and so then you go interview old dudes with tight shirts and trying to use Will Smith's name to get your name out there.
Let me tell you, if we ever get monetized on Life with Circle Radio, the shucking and jiving y'all about to see for us to keep that money,
and you know what? Here's the reason why we probably have not been monetized by YouTube, because ain't no shucking nor jiving going on Life Full Circle Radio. All right, let's go to Han What so I can sit up here and find me something else to calm my nerves, because you got my blood pressure up, girl.
Huh? What?
Let's see.
What?
All right, where we starting with this Huh What tonight?
Let's talk sports. You lead it in. You go ahead and talk about it.
All right, so for folks who don't really watch as much sports, Draymond Greene this past week, who is the light-skinned boys' bodyguards over there at Golden State Warriors. That's his job. So there was a fight going on with Klay Thompson, and some random dude grabbed his shirt, swung him around. And it's so funny when I saw the clip, I said, it is 0-0. There has not been nary a point scored in this game. and then all of a sudden, Draymond Greene comes over like he's Jimmy Fly Snooker, jumps up, grabs his boy around his neck and starts to tries to choke out the Frenchman. And so now he's in the midst of a 5-game suspension. You know, Draymond Greene is interesting. As a basketball player, he's very smart. He's a great team player. He has prolonged his career because he is a bona fide thug on the basketball floor, and that is his role. His role is to be an antagonist. He didn't kick LeBron James in the nuts. He didn't kick.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's got a whole highlight reel of nut kicking going on these internet streets. Letting y'all know, this particular episode of Life of Circle Radio is rated R. Just letting y'all know, I'm already down that train. And so what's the brother? The dude that looked like Lisa Bono's ex-husband is you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he played for Oklahoma City. Big black-haired dude. But
I know that Draymond Greene ruined Fergie's career, because remember she sang that awful national anthem. He's the one who fell out laughing and they caught it on camera. And then the whole Warriors team did a whole dance breakdown to it. Yeah, and then we never heard from Fergie ever again. But
Draymond Greene, even his coach came out and said, "Okay, whoa, you went too far, bro. You went too far."
But he did. I watched that scene. I watched, not scene because it wasn't like from a reality show, but I watched the game. And I was like, so here we got these two guys doing loop-de-loo for no reason, trying to fight. We got the light-skinned guy, Rudy Gobert, who also slapped Britney Spears in the face. Or no, the bodyguard did. And
what?
Isn't it the same one who slapped?
No, you
isn't his
talking
name
about
Rudy?
Wembanyama? No, this was not even against San Antonio. No.
Okay, cool. I got my light skinned Negroes mixed up. Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
Ruby is trying to break up the fight, and all of a sudden he gets put in a chokehold, and Draymond didn't let go. It was like a one Mississippi, still
The
choking two
world's first
Mississippi.
organic collagen peptides,
Oh, you
made
want to
from
show
a
it?
new
All right, I was trying
eco-friendly
to show it,
process.
but the little let me see.
Show it.
It's on mute.
Show it.
All right. Well, here we go. As soon as I done talked him up, I done talked up your boy, my man with the that looks like the one who used to be married to Lisa Bonet. What's his name? Aquaman.
Jason Momoa. Oh, Aquaman.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So here we go.
Here we
Here's
go.
the
Here
play.
we go.
Here's the play. And there's King, one of the light skinned boys that are getting strung around. Clay said, "No, you're not gonna swing me around." And here come Draymond Greene, snatching up Rudy Gobert. And Draymond is a good player. He is. He's a solid player. He's a solid role player on a team of superstars who were Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. But he has been the enforcer. Steph Curry ain't trying to fight nobody. Klay Thompson ain't trying to fight nobody. And so Draymond Greene has been the guy that's been in there stirring it up the whole time. And so I don't know, man. There was talks, and let's not forget last year he cold knocked out Jordan Poole preseason.
Oh yeah,
And so Draymond said, "Man, I'm from Flint, Michigan, man. Don't play with me." And so,
well, speaking of team enforcers, I don't know if you heard about this, but this definitely belongs in How What, and you can look it up since we're on YouTube. The hockey player who got charged with manslaughter because he killed another hockey player on the court. I watched that. It was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life.
I have not
horrific.
watched it, but was it on purpose?
They don't know yet. That's why they're charging him with manslaughter, because they're trying to figure out why in the world would you lift your skate up that high to kick somebody in the neck.
Yeah, and I don't watch hockey, but I heard there are now players in NHL that are investing in these neck guards or something to keep them, to protect them in these scenarios.
But why would you lift your for what reason in hockey? Just like in basketball. It's just like basketball. Somebody lift their foot up that high when they weren't going for a dunk. Wouldn't it be like, why is your foot up like that? Why are you kicking somebody in the throat?
No, there's truth to that. But like I said, I'm not gonna speak too much on that because I have not watched that story to understand. But I did hear about that.
Don't go watch it. Let me just tell you guys. I think the guy who got killed thought he got punched in the throat. So he immediately will try to get up and go join to get the puck, and then realize what was happening. And there is blood. It's white ice. So there's blood gushing everybody.
You see it everywhere.
He's panicking. The ref is panicking, and then the screen just goes black. It's almost like the people who are showing it live are like, nope. This is worse than what we thought. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another How What. I got to put it in my long list. Thank you to intern Alexis, who got us some really great stories. Oh, okay. Benzino's a jerk. Yay! Story over.
All right, so Benzino, who is a rapper from the 90s, 2000s, whose daughter is Coi Leray, and she's pretty popular right now. She's the one who did the song, and she used the beat that Busta Rhymes made famous, and now they did a song together. He came out mad because I guess they were in a video together, as in Coi Leray and Busta Rhymes. And she was dressed kind of scantily clad, and that seemed to be her MO. That's how she dresses. And he's supposed to be like, "Yo, man, why don't you call me? You in a video with my daughter," and blah, 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 blah. And then I heard something else about he asked her for money and she said no. And what am I missing in the story?
That's really, well, what's really interesting is that Coi has tried to portray herself as, a kid who had to sell drugs and work at Dunkin' Donuts. She said, "We hit rock bottom to the point where I remember coming home from school and where eviction notice was on our door. I would see my father online or whatever, even when he would do Love and Hip Hop. How you get to live this life and we over here struggling." She said she did everything. They slept in one-bedroom hotels, slept in cars, drugs, and Dunkin' Donuts. And I'll just come out to you, Coi Leray, I do not believe you. I don't. I'm sorry. I know it makes a great story that you were struggling and you're an up-and-coming rapper. I get it. Great. But I don't believe you. And he's even come out and said, Coi ain't never slept in no effing car that I know about. And he's probably right. But now fast forward, they have off and on moved past their disagreements and their frustrations and been cool and got off and on. Well, recently he asked her for money and she said no. And instead of just being like, my daughter just said no, it is what it is, he got online and once again blasted her And Benzino, this is on you. She said no to you in private. That didn't mean you need to go to the world in public. I could see if she got online and said, I'm not giving my dad no effing money, F him, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, no. What else is Benzino doing right now? Last time I watched Benzino, he was in Atlanta somewhere, mad at his ex-girl or future whatever woman. And
ex-girl, and that's happened multiple times. He has been arrested in Atlanta in Brookhaven. I watch those police videos. Yeah. It's my guilty pleasure. Yeah. He's been arrested publicly at least 4 times. One at the Red Roof Inn, one at his ex's house, one at the Brookhaven apartment building, one at another apartment building where he's made racist comments and called a cop Jackie Chan while he was getting arrested. He's just... can we call it a fall from grace? It's not grace, though. What would we call it a fall from? Favor?
It's called his bread is not as long as it used to be, and now he's living their old regular life. You know the reason why I didn't even know about the situation, because from the video I'm talking about where he kicked the dude's truck, he's a Kappa. So of course it was all conversations around, because the dude just moved here from somewhere else. He's a firefighter. He did, and
he was just walking that girl to the park.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I don't even really know this girl. Like all of a sudden I'm in a beef with Benzino. But getting back to Coi Leray and Benzino, this is, this people living in public and they got these reality shows and this is how they make their money. That's how they remain relevant, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I think it's more ugly than good or bad. That you put this type of information out into the public and that is how you stay relevant. It's ridiculous. It is what it is. But Coi Leray is moving on with her career and her life. And your boy Buster sitting back there, yo, man, I ain't even trying. I'm just trying to make me some bread, make me some songs, and stay out here because it's one of the hottest years I've ever had. So
exactly, and we all know Coi Leray's career is not going to last too much longer. It's not. There's a whole series of girls right now, and I think again, Miguel, tell me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Y'all, we're already here. Y'all bitches are cute. You're light skinned. We get it. We got it. But you have no talent.
Most undisciplined show we've ever had. Go ahead.
It is. I feel bad about it. I'm sorry if my mom is listening, but y'all bitches ain't got talent. Y'all ain't got nothing going on for yourselves. You're light skinned, cute, and you can sing a hook. It's like the Tinashe of rapping. Like no one can really write their own bars. So you girls enjoy 2022, enjoy 2023, maybe half of 2024. But then no one's going to want to come to your concerts. Remember, you don't have talent. You guys aren't the Scarlets. You're just light-skinned and cute. That's it. Cut it out.
It's strange. All right. So, we're really in a really strange part of our society. Talent is not at a premium to be promoted. I just saw a video I think earlier today. Sexy Red with stacks of money going to buy jewelry, and she's probably 4 months pregnant.
She is. She's 4 months pregnant. No, 6 months pregnant.
Oh, Jesus. And so.
Oh, did you not know she was pregnant?
No, I know she's pregnant because I've seen videos of her tweaking pregnant with outfits with her stomach out. Yes, I've seen that. And so.
But there's a funnier part to that. Mm-hmm. For the past couple of months, we all thought she was just like the skinny girl with a little bit of a gut because she drank beer or whatever, or she drank too much. Come to find out, she was trying to suck her pregnant belly in and couldn't really do it. And that's why her stomach always looked like thin, but with a bump. And then when she was like, I was tired of sucking in, I couldn't do it no more. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. I get it.
I was watching and shout out to my man Omar chiming in. Yes, Omar, this is the worst show. Look on the screen. It's your Omar. Refreshing to drop the F-bomb.
I know it's my Omar because I know he's sitting on the couch right now laughing and so excited that we're dropping F-bombs and talking crap about people. Finally, a show he can enjoy.
Right. I just went back to my 25-year-old brother Lloyd self. Sorry. So
we got one more huh what though. The fun huh what. That's politically based. Politically based.
Lord have mercy.
The video. For the video.
You go.
You know what video I'm talking about.
What is the guy's name?
How can you forget a name like Mark Wayne? It's one word. Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne.
Oh my God.
Mark Wayne
Mullins. Oh my God. Where is that fight video? It's ridiculous. So keep talking. I'll find it. Oh God.
So let me tell you, the Republican Party has no couth, no morals, no ethics, no nothing. We even had a Republican senator was like, yo, we ain't done nothing. Tell me what we've done. Have you seen that video of that Republican?
Yes, I have.
He's like,
And
we haven't done a darn thing, and we're sitting
yeah,
up here trying to talk about the Democrats. Tell me one thing we've done except ask
right.
for
What
more
kind of a
money and
peace
throw
do I
more chairs.
mean, and
Oh,
what kind
bring
of a
on the
peace
fight.
do we seek? I am talking about
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be.
So for context, the person who's ready to come up on the screen is a Teamster, and he is reading a tweet from this man. So he is mad because this Teamster guy tweeted about him, and he didn't like the tweet. It continues.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution,
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh,
We can't. No, I have
He
the mic.
said-
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
God. Oh my God. This was actually.
Now let's talk
on
about
this-
the funny part. The first
What
part
is
of
the
his
funny part?
speech.
Please tell me the funny part.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. The first part of his speech was a lie. He said he was a self-made businessman where his wife worked in the office, right?
That's what he said.
Isn't that what Mark Wayne said? That is not true. He inherited the business from his father when he was 20. So you're not a self-made businessman if you inherited a successful plumbing company from your
Yes.
father. So the
Yes.
Teamster guy, whatever he did is right. But the real story is why the senators and congressmen, why every time we see a senator or congressman, they're confronting somebody about a tweet. I don't give a damn about Twitter. I'm a constituent. Miguel's a constituent. We don't care about Twitter. I don't care if somebody told you that your mother had sex with Elvis back in the day. That doesn't mean you need to get mad and bring it up on the Senate floor where
It's
Bernie
ridiculous.
Sanders has to act like an angry substitute teacher.
Oh my
Like
God.
he's the guy from Kindergarten Cop. Like he's,
Oh my God.
don't do that, stop that, put that down. What?
These people are pathetic, man, and they are governing. This man is a part of the body that is governing us as in the checkbook, as in, you know. And here's the thing: if you guys who don't understand, and full disclosure, you know, I did fine in government and in those classes in school, but a lot of stuff I've learned and really started to pay attention to the last maybe 10 or 15 years. And what you notice is that most of the time when you see nutcases like that, normally they're in the House of Representatives. They're not in the Senate. And here's why. Because there's 2 senators per, this is my perspective, there's 2 senators per state. So they gotta go, they gotta represent the entire state. When you got a House of Representatives like a Marjorie Taylor Greene that represents a small pocket that's drawn district that's drawn really small, and all those nutcases are living in that one, they can go out there and do whatever they want. I would venture a guess that this
And
guy,
she got
Mark,
embarrassed this week too.
Mark
She don't know
Wayne
nothing
Love,
about government or anything.
she got embarrassed by who she got embarrassed by? Somebody, one of the older congresswomen.
An old white woman with purple hair. I had no idea who this woman was. I was like,
I
why is
remember her.
Carmen Electra's
Yeah.
grandmother in the Senate? Like, who is this? Like, I didn't know. But she made a valid point. Like, hey, the gentle lady from Georgia, you don't know what you're talking
You don't know
about, so
what you're
please sit
talking
down.
about. Oh my God. So yeah, man, it's but these people are not going to lose their representative seats for any time soon.
We'll see.
You know, I know in Georgia, you know, and I know some people who are from Rome, Georgia, and they said Micheal is not that bad in Rome as she makes it out to be. I don't know. I know what she's representing, right? But they said it's a district, a special district they cut out to keep her in place. This is how the Republicans remain. This is the last pulling power from my last, you know, dying hands, as John Wayne said back in the day. You know, these people aren't going anywhere. This man challenged a man to a fight on the Senate floor
I'm
during a
sorry.
hearing.
It's so.
This was not a skit. This is an SNL skit right here. If they don't do this skit on SNL this coming week, I would be very disappointed.
But why would they do the skit? If I was SNL, if I was an SNL writer, I'd be like, we're not doing a skit. We're just going to play this.
We're just gonna play this.
We're just going to play the clip. That's it. And then we're done.
The funny part is when the Teamster was just like, well, let's do it. You know, it was kind of like I felt like I was looking at 12-year-olds.
But imagine if they just put the skit up on SNL and just add a laugh track to it, or had people just laughing in the background. You couldn't tell the difference between the SNL skit and real life. It is a joke. It's very disappointing to see that everything the Democrats have been saying is actually true. You've got George, is his last name Santos? George Santos, who's actually not going to run because he's being expelled by everybody who are just like, yo, you have committed fraud. You have lied. You have done everything you're not supposed to do. He's being expelled. We've got, who's the hoe who was pleasuring somebody in the movie theater?
So you just Lauren Boebert. You gonna use this whole show up. You getting all your words out today.
Say the F word. I did. You did. I haven't said it yet. But listen, she's pleasuring somebody in a movie theater. Marjorie Taylor Greene has no idea about actual government or politics. Mark Wayne Mullins is fighting somebody. Donald Trump is in a court case. Like, what is happening? Like,
and you know what? After all of that, the Democrats are worried about Joe Biden being old. I pause for a second.
I know. And just to go to a more serious, somber place as the show is wrapping up, and this is a weird place to go, but we lost part of an era of when politics was serious and important. Rosalind right? Carter?
Rosalind
passed
Carter,
away at age 96. She is a past era, that golden age of politics where there was respectability, there was morals, there was ethics. Even if you were on Republican or Democratic side, you still had a level of respect about the situation, responsibility to the country. And I don't think, honestly, I think that all died with what they're, are they still alive? No, they're dead. With the Bush ones and his wife.
Okay, Bush 1 was clandestine, so he was CIA guy. So I didn't believe me. Yeah, Bush 1.
But there was still respectability with Bush and George Washington. Who was his wife named? Barbara.
Now you're talking about Junior, not the daddy.
No, Barbara Bush was the one who looked like George Washington with pearls.
Wasn't Barbara married to Junior or to the son?
No, I think both. Of his wife's name was Barbara.
No, that's not true. No.
Wait a minute, I gotta look it up.
But point being, you go back to the Carters, who were very respected, highly respected here in Georgia, and there's been talk about.
His wife's name was Laura. George Jr.'s wife's name was Laura Bush.
Yeah, her name is Laura Bush.
His dad's name was Barbara and George. Yeah.
But yeah, President Carter, because he actually was still making some public appearances, and he hasn't in the last maybe year or two. So I don't think he's probably in very good health either. But they both of them almost 100 years old.
Who's not in good health?
President Carter, Jimmy Carter.
He's in hospice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah, he's in hospice care.
His wife passing away, and I'm I'm not sure, because we know people who know them, and he hasn't been making public appearances for a while. But point being, you think about the situation with the Carters and the whole Iran hostage situation, and how they released the hostages as soon as Reagan became president, which was was staged and all that. And so that's a different conversation. But RIP to Rosalind Carter. This show has been interesting. And so we had a lot to talk about, but when it's all said and done, I go back to, I can't stand frauds. I can't stand people who are clout chasers. Get your own talent, get your own ability, stop living on people's shine. And this to all of our to my mama, she watches, and even though I'm 51 years old, I guess I can slip up every now and again, and I don't listen to a lot of hip hop in my life. So
I'm 38. My mother-in-law's in the living room right now, and I know as soon as I walk out this door, I'm gonna get the
exactly.
I'm like, okay, my bad. But I'm excited about next week's show, because if you guys remember from our Israeli conflict show, we had Yehuda on, who lives in the West Bank. He's actually going to be on with us next Monday. We're gonna talk to him, and he's going to be talking about anti-Semitism and what it actually means and how it's morphed into what it is today. Yeah. He's going to be talking about what's going on, and he's going to be talking about his thoughts on the march that happened last week, the March on DC, the March for, I hope they weren't calling it the March for Peace, because it definitely wasn't that. hope they weren't calling the March for Diversity, because it also wasn't that. I haven't seen that many white people in one place since the first season of Friends. Like, if they were saying that was diversity, did you see any people of color in? I know we're going over time, but did you see any people of color in there?
I'd
But
be honest with you.
but celebrities were saying, but really quick, celebrities were saying there were Muslims there and Black people there and Indigenous people there. I'm like, where were they? Because I didn't see any of those people there. None of them.
You know, and God knows what's happened over in Israel. We still don't know, and we're still probably the more we pay attention, the more we'll learn. But we still don't really know what really is going on. But we talk about we're in a situation right now where I just don't, I'm trying to be careful, but you know what? I want to play this. I want to play this video because this is why I want to be careful because this is some nonsense.
And raped, and there was 10 surviving
Start over from the beginning. Can you start
American tourist hostages.
This is the Van Lathan response. So I this is the quickest I find.
But this is Micheal Rapold.
Surviving.
So let's give us some context. This is Micheal Rapold, who's been a longtime actor, and he's a social media guy now. And so basically his context is that he believes that, we don't care enough. If it was 10 black people who were hostages, and so that gives you context. And let's start it back over.
And raped. And there was 10 surviving American tourist hostages that were all black. There's not one motherfucker in this country that would be talking about ceasefire. There's not one person. It would be bring the fucking hostages back, and they better be alive. They better be pristine.
I've heard enough of that. We got people right now. We got black people right now that are missing in this country.
There were 500 missing black women and children right now. Half of people don't even know who they are. And excuse me, that's not even adding in indigenous Indian women who people cannot find right now.
Right.
That don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they, I can't think of, keep talking and I'll find the.
My issue with Micheal Rapold is that Micheal Rapold is cool with black people until it's convenient for him to all of a sudden now he goes back to being what he's doing right here. For him to sit up here and bring black people in the middle of this is none of our business, number one. And no, it's not true. If there were 10, there are plenty of people who are murdered and raped in countries and things that are going on in nations in Africa. There's black people in different situations all over this world that have been enslaved and to this day, you start talking about apartheid, there's so many things that's going on in the world that's dealing with people of color that's not getting the attention the situation Israel is getting. And so
does anybody remember? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad.
For him to act like that if it was black people, nobody would be calling for ceasefire. Do you know that most of these white people in America do not give a rat's ass about black people? Stop it with this nonsense, Micheal Rapold. You sound like a freaking idiot. You sound like you're too adjacent to black people and black culture for you to take this position. You live in New York. You done made movies. You've been around black culture. You try to represent hip hop.
I think his wife is black.
Go ahead before I finish this show with a cussing tirade. Go ahead.
Does anybody remember the Bring Back Our Girls when the 266 girls were kidnapped by Boko Haram? Does anybody remember that? That took celebrity women to get involved with to bring those girls back. And it took months and months for people as American black people even know these girls were kidnapped and taken. Right. So Micheal Rapold's whole thing, if it was black women, are you on crack? We couldn't even get black women safely away from R. Kelly because nobody believed them, nobody cared. So you're under this bizarre impression that if it was black women, maybe you're the person people even care to even yell to bring them back. No one would care. Man, what are you talking about?
I'm gonna end this show before I say some things that are on my mind about this situation. But Micheal Rapold is the type of culture vulture who sits back and says, "Okay, I'm cool with black folks, and most of the time I love hip hop. I'm part of the culture. I'm one of them." Until you're really not. You're a culture vulture.
Until you're not.
And then I saw in some comments that he get mad if you put it if you call him Remy in his comments, he'll block you. If people don't know what I'm talking about.
But no, I mean, that's from American History. Is it American History X? Is what he was starting?
No, that is in any other time that movie would run right off from John Singleton. Busta Rhymes was in it. Ice Cube was in it.
Hold on.
Tay Diggs was in it. Everybody, I can run down the whole I can see that movie in the back of my head. He played a white supremacist, and then one of the other actors on the skinhead side are actually popular actors currently now.
Wasn't Tyra Banks in that movie? Higher Learning.
Higher Learning. Tyra Banks was in that movie. You know how ironic that is? Let me tell you how ironic that is, right? Because this video that I'm showing is from Van Lathan, who hosts a podcast called Higher Learning. So it should have probably clicked a little bit faster. But, a lot of people are being exposed right now for who they truly are. And they need to turn these cameras off. They need to stop going live because people like Micheal Rapold and there are people who are getting exposed. And you know what? If it's getting you the clicks and the likes and the visibility, these actors have not been working because they've been on strike. And I think they're real bored. And one thing you know about actors, they love to talk. Well, I'm done, man. Micheal Rapold, man. Ooh,
but I can't wait to talk to Yehuda next week because I feel like he is disgusted by what Jewish people in America are doing. I mean, I think he understands the plight more than Jewish Americans and celebrities ever will.
Absolutely.
And when he's watching these things, he's just rolling his eyes and just like, are you all serious right now? Like, are you all serious?
I'm really looking forward to this conversation because when we had him on before, he didn't get a chance to talk as much as I would like. And so I want to get his perspective. And one thing you people, if you've been watching me or know me, or people know me personally, I talk a lot about what I know about. What I don't know about, I'm a sponge. I want to sit back and I want to listen and I want to learn and I want to get that proper perspective because we don't really know what's going on over there in Israel. We only know what the media is telling us. All right, y'all. What a show. It is what it is.
You got to meet the real Kia and Miguel. They probably won't be back anytime soon, but yay! It's holiday us. Maybe on a holiday show again, it'll come back. Maybe. Who knows?
And of course, one of my homeboys had to be in the audience like, Miguel, brother Lord, we know you, Cassie. Yeah, okay. I got kids, man. I'm trying to show them a great example. And while my dog Snickers is outside learning how to cuss and bark. So
Snickers.
All right, I'm out.